everybody, welcome back to my little indoor jungle. For today's video, I want to show you guys a home tour of my plants, and yeah, I figure I'll show you guys. Before I start off, I do want to start off by saying I am no expert at plants. I have recently, maybe for the past year and a half, really got into plants and have been slowly introducing them to my house and yard. So I just fell in love with them. I absolutely love them. It's just something that makes me feel good, and I like taking care of them. And I am learning myself, so I'm no expert at each and every one of these plants. So I will give you a brief summary and overview of each plant, and hopefully later on, if I want to do another video, I can have more information on each plant for you. So let's get right into it. So for the first plant that I'm going to show you, has to be one of my favorites. This is the Oya carcinosa, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, but this is the Oya carcinosa. It's also known as a wax plant, probably because of how shiny it is naturally. And I haven't even cleaned the leaves, and it just looks beautiful. I absolutely fell in love with this plant when I seen it. I purchased this from a flea market, which I sometimes get a lot of my plants from. And it was about $12 for this type of plant, and I just love it. I haven't really, I mean, it's easy maintenance. You really don't have to do much to it. I probably water it about once a week. And yeah, and I try to rotate it. You know, I have a sliding glass door here where all these plants get the light from, but I try to rotate the plant so that the back side that is against the wall, which is not getting much light, will receive light so it doesn't look dead on this back side. So, but yeah, this is my first plant. Okay, so moving right along, this is a potho, also known as devil's ivy. I am not into knowing all the different types of pothos yet, but I do know from experience that pothos are very easy plants to take care of. They don't need much attention, not a lot of watering tricks or anything like that. It's just kind of like you water it maybe once a week, and literally you can grow it in dirt or water, which I'll show you my potho in water, and you can just kind of see the difference in style, I guess, for your house or whatnot. But I do notice that the one that is in the dirt grows a little faster than the water. Anyway, they grow and they look very pretty in the house because you can grow them on things, and it just adds like a jungle effect to your house. What I do is, with these plants, if there is like yellow leaves, you can just take them and they pluck out pretty easily. You just toss that. These are easy, so if somebody wants to start off with their first plant, I advise doing pothos, and that's what actually I started off with, was pothos, just because it was just easy for me to get my feet wet with different types of plants. So this is one of my aloe plants. I have another one right here. It's not as big, but this is just an aloe plant. I'm not sure what aloe plant it is. I feel like there's some different types of aloe, but I just got this one as a gift. These are very easy, kind of cactus-like, where you don't water them that much. They don't like to be watered all the time, so it's been doing good. This is Phytonia albolibus. I don't know how to pronounce the second part of that name, but this is also known as a nerve plant, and I believe it's called that because of the different types of lines kind of look like nerves. I'm assuming that's why they call them that. This plant is fairly easy too. I noticed that this plant dries out more. Like you can kind of see mine is a little dry, but it's not hard. I mean, I feel like these other ones are easier. This is another type of nerve plant, or it's just like a pink version, even though I had a little bit of pink in that other one I just showed you guys. And it says on here, I kept this little thing. It says low light, and it's from Peru. And it says water when soil feels dry. It says easy to grow, which it is easy to grow. It really is. I just noticed I have to kind of, like, I don't know if it's soil I have in here, but it dries out pretty quickly. But it's really pretty, and like I have to rotate this plant because it's leaning towards the light. So that's another thing. But yeah, that is my other one. Kind of embarrassed to show you guys this one because he's leaning towards one side. I haven't been rotating them like I should. So this one, I feel like it's struggling a little bit. Anyway, this is Berry Illusion Arrowhead Plant, also known as Syngonium podophyllum, and it's from South America, and it likes low light as well. Okay, so another plant that I had is down here. It's another type of potho that I have. Doesn't have as much different color like this does, but it's just completely like green here. And that was actually my first plant that I ever got, and I still have it, and it's probably been like 2 years, and it's just growing everywhere. Okay, moving right along. So this is a Guismanian linguata. I think I'm saying it right, and also known as a scarlet star. And this usually has a flower in the middle. They could be different colors. This one was yellow and orange, but the flower died, and then like slowly, very, very slowly, the other pieces of it are dying as well. And this middle part is like the mama piece. Now on the side here, I have like little babies coming, and I think on this back side as well, a baby that's a little bigger, and it's nice green. But this part is eventually going to end up dying off, and that's what usually happens. The mom dies off, and then the little babies come in and sprout. And the flower that's in here, what I've learned, takes about 5 years to grow. So even if it does grow something, it won't be for like another 5 years or so. This one is a Philodendron pubescens. I'm completely horrible at these names, but I think this one is originally from like Colombia or something like that. I don't know, they remind me of like little lily pads, but even like a smaller version of the Tara in a darker color than the Tara. And the like elephant ears, little baby elephant ears. Anyway, this came in like a 3-in-1. It's been in here ever since. They grow pretty fast and easily. And I've taken off, there's flowers that will grow like at the bottom of the stem. These were white flowers that grow, and it looks very pretty when it's there. They don't stay long and they end up dying. Also in here is the Philodendron cortadium, also known as heartleaf. So this one here is like, the leaves are like heart shaped. I think they're really, really pretty. This is also easy, like an easy vine to grow. And it's growing like all the way up here. Kind of have the potho and then this philodendron kind of intertwining through here. But yeah, this is easy to grow. Okay, so this is another one of my pothos. This one I also got from a flea market. I love this look. It looks very viney, jungly, and like I said, pothos are typically easy maintenance. I love this one. This one here, this one, easy. I don't even really pay much attention to it like I probably should. But my grandmother then again gave me a piece of hers. So she gave me this one. I barely do anything to this, but I do see a little leaf growing in the center of this here. So it must be doing okay. Moving right along. This plant too, sorry, like a lot of my plants, they're struggling a little bit here for this video. Anyway, this plant here is a peace lily, I believe. I'm not for sure. I tried looking it up and I couldn't get a good answer. I need to look into this a little more, but anyway, this is a peace lily. This one is the polka dot plant. This one is typically found in South Africa, and I think it might be found in Asia. Really pretty with like pink little specks. So I think that's why it's called the polka dot. Yeah, there's this one. And this next plant here is actually an apple tree. I'm just growing it here in a pot before I want to transfer it like outside. But you can see the little leaves here and growing this baby. This next one here is a yucca plant. I haven't had this one long. I probably had it for maybe about a month. So this one is one that I just put in this pot. I went and gave a plant to my neighbor and it fell off. This piece fell off the plant, which is another type of yucca plant, which I just showed you guys. So I just took the piece that fell off and I put it in here just to see if I can get another plant from that. So this next one is the Queen of the Night. There will eventually, once it gets bigger, it will start to have flowers that will bloom, but they'll bloom only at night. Can't wait till it gets bigger. So that's that one. This is a bonsai plant. It looks like weird but pretty. This plant is beautiful. I actually have it as a centerpiece on my dining room table. Yeah, again, this is the bonsai. I don't feel like moving, it's too big. This is the Dracaena fragrance. And this is from Africa. And it looks like two different trees standing side by side. And then another one that I have hanging here is an orchid that is supposed to grow through here and grow along the stick there, but it hasn't yet. Okay, moving right along, I'm just gonna show you guys these kind of quickly. This is the Sega palm. I have one here and I have one here. And these are very tropical looking. I have these on the windowsill in my kitchen. And then, like I showed you guys before, I have some pothos and water, and you can see the vines down there. But it is growing, it's just growing way slower than in the dirt. Okay. So the first plant that I'm showing you guys here in my room is the Crassula tetragona. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But anyway, this is a succulent and it's from South Africa. I think it's pretty, and I've seen this before, and they do get pretty long, like kind of viney. So I can't wait for that. And the texture of this plant kind of feels like green beans. So on to the next one. So this is the Guyana chestnut, also known as the money tree. And this is one of my favorites that I do have. This is usually found in like Central America or South America. And this plant has to be one of the easiest to maintain. It is growing like crazy. I mean, you can see the little babies here. Has to be one of my favorites, easy maintenance plant in my opinion. This right here is the painter's palette. I don't know the other name for it. if there is even another name, but yeah, it's really pretty. This is a plant that is from Colombia and like Ecuador. So this one here I need a better pot for. This is the Euphorbia trigona. I think it's trigona, not tetragona. So my grandmother has one that is half my height, and she basically gave me a piece, and so I'm growing it in this little pot. This big baby right here is a common plant that you guys probably see pretty much any and everywhere. This is a snake plant. This is an easy plant.
And that is it for the plants that are in my room.
Okay, so the last two little ones that I'm going to show you guys are these little baby air plants. Very easy. They don't need any dirt, which I'm sure you guys have seen these before, but yeah, they don't need any dirt. You water them about once a week. So yeah, these are these little babies, air plants, and they have like a little light pink in the middle, like the center, and the rest are green. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I showed you majority of my plants. I didn't show you every single one of them. If you want to see any more plant videos, or just if you want to specify what type of plant videos you guys want to see, please let me know. So thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed.